The late Friday sun hung low over Maplewood Estates, casting golden streaks across manicured lawns and stately oaks. 17-year-old Emily Carter hurried along a quiet side path, her nose buried in a dog-eared copy of Whitman's poetry. The world felt soft, safe until a sharp voice shattered the calm. "Stop right there, miss." Emily froze, her heart lurching. A black SUV loomed ahead, its engine growling. Two men in crisp security uniforms strode toward her, their faces hard. The older one, Roger Blake, sneered, his voice dripping with false authority. "Resident ID. Now." His younger partner, Tom Reed, broad and menacing, eyed her faded jeans and thrift store tee with open scorn. "Two don't have it," Emily stammered, clutching her book. "I live on Cedar Lane. I'm just walking home." Reed snorted, stepping closer, his bulk crowding her. "Cedar Lane? Huh? Sure, kid. Everyone's a resident when we catch him." His tone was predatory, and Emily's stomach twisted. This wasn't a routine check, it felt personal. "I'm telling the truth," she insisted, reaching for her phone. "My dad, Michael Grant, can confirm." Before she could finish, Reed snatched the phone, tossing it onto the SUV's dashboard with a metallic clank. "No calls, sweetheart," he growled. "We asked the questions." Panic surged. Maplewood Estates was her sanctuary, a place of childhood bike rides and starry nights dreaming of Yale's astronomy program. Its iron gates promised safety, but now that promise crumbled. Blake stepped forward, his eyes cold. "Let's see what's in that backpack." Standard procedure for trespassers. Before Emily could protest, Reed yanked her canvas bag, dumping its contents onto the grass. Her poetry book, a notebook of star charts, a half-eaten peach, and a Yale brochure spilled out. Reed kicked the brochure, smearing it with dirt. "Yale? Ambitious for a sneak. Planning to case the place for your buddies." Tears stung Emily's eyes. "Those are mine. I'm a student." Blake picked up her notebook, flipping through it with disdain. Squiggles and numbers. "Could be codes for all I know." He tossed it down, creasing the cover. Across the street, Mrs. Henderson, pruning her roses, met Emily's desperate gaze. For a moment, hope flickered, then Mrs. Henderson turned away, retreating into her house. The rejection hit like a punch. Moments later, Mr. Larson, a retired teacher who often waved at Emily, slowed his walk, his collie trotting beside him. He frowned at the scene but hesitated when Blake barked, "Just routine security, sir. Move along." Mr. Larson's shoulders slumped, and he walked away, leaving Emily alone. "Show's over," Reed snapped, grabbing Emily's arm, his fingers bruising. She winced but held back a cry, defiance sparking through her fear. They marched her to a dingy guard shack, a claustrophobic box reeking of stale coffee. A flickering bulb cast a sickly glow over a battered desk and peeling walls. No cameras, no form, just Blake and Reed's oppressive presence. "Sit," Reed ordered, shoving her into a plastic chair. Blake leaned against the desk, his tone mocking. "So, who are you really, kid? What's your game in Maplewood?" Emily's voice shook but held firm. "I'm Emily Carter. I live at 412 Cedar Lane with my dad, Michael Grant. I was at the library." "Michael Grant?" Reed paced, smirking. "Never heard of him. Probably another punk trying to sneak in for the pool." His eyes flicked to the silver locket around Emily's neck, a gift from her late mother. "That necklace stolen too?" Emily's hand flew to the locket, her voice fierce. "Don't touch it." Blake lunged, reaching for it. "If it's stolen, we're just doing our job." Emily recoiled, her cry sharp with outrage. "Get away." The air grew thick, their control absolute. Emily felt her identity unraveling, her hope fading to a distant speck. Miles away, in the gleaming heart of the city's financial district, Michael Grant sat at a polished boardroom table, his tailored suit a shield of authority. A titan of quiet power, he controlled vast influence while staying out of the spotlight. His phone buzzed mid-meeting, and his assistant, Laura Kim, slipped in, her face tense. "Mr. Grant, urgent call from Nathan Cole. Trouble at Maplewood." Emily's detained by HOA security. The room stilled. Michael's pen froze, his calm fracturing. Without a word, he stood. "Meeting's over." His voice was ice. In the elevator, he dialed Nathan, a former Secret Service agent loyal to him. "Report," he demanded. Emily's held at the gate shack by two HOA guards, Roger Blake and Tom Reed, Nathan said. "They claim she's trespassing, no ID. They're refusing contact. Blake's certification lapsed months ago, Reed's barely trained." Michael's jaw tightened. "Trespassing? In her own neighborhood?" He ordered Laura to access Maplewood's private cameras. Her tablet glowed, revealing footage of Emily, distressed, being manhandled into the SUV. The feed cut off abruptly. "Cameras down," Laura said. Michael's rage crystallized, cold and lethal. "Nathan, dig into Blake and Reed. Everything. And call Chief Daniels. I want police at Maplewood for an illegal detention of a minor." His sedan sped toward Maplewood, the city blurring past. Michael had bought the HOA's management company years ago through a trust, ensuring oversight for his daughter's home. He'd stayed invisible until now. "They made a mistake," he told Nathan, his voice ablade. "A catastrophic one." The sedan glided to a stop near Maplewood's gates. Michael emerged, his pace deliberate, his suit masking the storm within. Blake spotted him, sneering. "Hey, this is restricted. HOA business. Turn around." Reed stepped forward, chest puffed. Michael ignored them, his eyes locked on the shack's grimy window. There was Emily, pale and tear-streaked, but her gaze met his, igniting a spark of hope. Michael pulled out his phone, hitting speed dial on speaker. "Nathan, we clear?" Nathan's voice rang out. Termination protocols for Blake and Reed logged. Records secured. Police ETA, 5 minutes. Chief Daniels assures cooperation. Blake's sneer vanished. Reed's bravado cracked. "Termination?" Reed stammered. "Who is this guy?" Michael ended the call, his voice low. "Open the door." Reed fumbled the latch, and Emily stumbled out. Michael caught her, holding her close, his hand gentle in her hair. Her relief was palpable, her breath steadying. Then he turned to Blake and Reed, his gaze glacial. "You work for Maplewood's HOA," he said, each word deliberate. "Managed by a company my trust owns. I'm Michael Grant, CEO of MG Holdings. You worked for me until 3 minutes ago. You harassed and illegally detained my daughter, Blake, with an expired certification." Silence fell, broken only by approaching sirens. Blake's face turned ashen. Reed gaped, stripped of his bravado. Police cruisers arrived, and Sergeant Daniels approached. "Mr. Grant, you reported an unlawful detention?" Blake, desperate, blurted. "Officer, this man's interfering. We followed protocol." Michael's voice cut through. "They confiscated her property, harassed her, and acted on bias, not law. Blake's certification is expired." Daniels turned to the guards. "I need your paperwork." Reed muttered. "We didn't file a report yet." Daniels gestured to a cruiser. "We'll talk at the station." As the guards were led away, residents gathered, whispering. "That's Mr. Grant. He owns the HOA company." Michael guided Emily to his car, ignoring the crowd. The community's orderly facade had cracked, and Michael knew the real work was just beginning. Days later, an emergency HOA meeting filled the community center. Michael stood before the residents, no longer a shadow. "My daughter was intimidated and detained by men hired to protect us," he said. "I own the company that employed them, and I failed to oversee it properly. There are no excuses." He announced a new security firm with rigorous standards, an oversight committee of diverse residents, and Maplewood Voice, a platform for feedback. "Silence enabled this," he said. "Let's ensure our home is safe for all." The crowd murmured, grappling with his candor. Emily walked Maplewood's paths a week later, her steps lighter. Mrs. Henderson approached, eyes wet. "I'm sorry, Emily. I should have spoken up." Emily smiled softly. "Thank you." Mr. Larson waved, his gaze respectful. "A classmate, Jake, confessed. I saw it from my window and froze. I feel awful." Emily replied, "It shouldn't matter who it was. We all need to act." Her Yale essay poured out, raw and powerful. "One Friday, my world's safety shattered. From fear, I found strength and a voice to fight injustice." Maplewood's gates stood, no longer just barriers, but symbols of a community rebuilding on accountability and respect. Michael became a visible leader, guiding reforms. Emily's ordeal had sparked change, proving justice could reshape a community. Maplewood was no longer just a place, it was a promise renewed. What do you think? Have you faced or witnessed injustice in your community? Share your thoughts below. Should force or dialogue drive change? Your voice matters.